Hey y'all, it's Paul from Nolatone Amp Works here. I am normally an amp channel. Nolatone Amp Works is my brand of hand-wired vacuum tube guitar amplifiers. If you're into that, check that out. But you know, over time I've found that I really enjoy shooting, going out and putting holes in paper and having a taste for the finer things. It naturally translates to firearms as well. And I found out I think I'm quite a bit better shooter than I am a guitar player. So thought I would share some of my gun stuff with you. Today we're going to talk about Wilson Combat SFT9 versus Experior. Now these are all empty. Drop the mag. Clear, as you can see, and also have a couple other guns that I will show you for comparison. Also clear, also clear. Okay, first of all, to do the fair comparison, the point of this is to help share an experience that I had. The problem I've always had with Wilson Combat, with being able to assess them and decide, what I like, is that it's very rare to find a place that has any in stock, much less multiple, that you can feel and compare the different feel. And well, I ran across Florida Gun Exchange happened to have several of the Wilson Combat X frame lines. I started out some time ago, a few months back, buying this Experior. Now I put a grip, I bought another set of grips and milled them down with Dremel to give them more contour, which is very nice. But for true comparison, I'm going to go ahead and swap these grip panels out with the factory ones that it came with. Now, maybe some of you all haven't seen how these work, and it's very nice little design they have. You buy the two grip panels. There's no screws. They have the Wilson Combat logo. And when you get your X-frame gun, and when I say X-frame, it's their steel frame, double stack 9mm. Several different models are built on that. I think it's the EDC X9, the SFX9, this is the Experior, and then the SFT9. But they give you this nifty tool here. It's basically a punch, but with a round disc base. Make sure the hammer is not cocked. Obviously, gun's already been cleared, showed you earlier, and you basically just press it in, and it releases the claw on the mainspring housing behind, and you can release the back strap. And from there, just slide these grips off, and then stick the new ones on. Simple as that. Takes 10 seconds. Factory grips back on. Okay, so let's do the comparison with the factory grips. Grip. Okay, the difference between the SFT9 and the Experior. Just before we get into that, an overview. First of all, this is a true commander size. I believe this is 4 1/4 inch. SFT9, a little bit shorter. I think it's 4 inch. I'm sorry, not SFT9. Experior. Experior's 4 inch. Commander's 4 1/4. The grips are identical in terms of height and depth. However, you can see with the grip panels on the Experior, it's It's a little bit fatter, feels a little bit chunkier in the hand. The SFT9, what they've done with these, and I think the SFT stands for Steel Frame Track. The front and back strap machining is identical on both, but instead of having panels, the metal is just, the grip texture is just machined right into the metal, so it saves a little bit of girth. Also has a nice little thumb contour here to make your thumb safety easier to access. And it's just, to me, this thing just fits a lot more like a glove. Experior, beautiful gun. The grips feel amazing. But if you're used to a regular 1911, you might like the slimmer grip. So let's take a measurement. On the SFT9, the width of the grip is 1.15 inches, 1.158. Okay. On this Experior, the same place, same grip, or same measurement, 1.35 inches. So a couple of tenths of an inch difference, and in the grip it really makes a difference. Just to give you a frame of reference, this is a Springfield Armory Garrison 1911 45 ACP. So this is 1.139, 1.14 inches grip width. So the SFT9 is about a tenth of an inch thicker than a standard 1911. And with this thumb contour though, it feels better to me. And as another comparison, the Glock, this is a Shadow Systems, which is sort of like a Glock 19. Somebody told me I needed to have one of these because you can always find magazines for them. I'm not a Glock fan personally. I know they are good guns and a lot of people love them. This is only 1.15 inches wide, pretty much the same as the SFT9, but somehow it feels clunkier to me. The back to front is not that much different either, so I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad feeling gun, but this thing just feels kind of like a glove. I really enjoy the way this feels. So it's my preference. So I never had a chance to try one of these alongside one of these, and for me, I probably would have waited. This one may go up for sale. I mean, it's a great gun. Some other differences, they're both great guns, there's no doubt about it. Amazing workmanship, customer service is fantastic. This one has RMR cut. This is a very, this SFT9 with the, they call it, I think, the True Zero mounting system. This is, it looks a little bit goofy at first. I mean, it kind of sticks out the sides. But once you mount the RMR on there, what you really have is a nice beveled platform for it. So instead of having a square base of the RMR hanging over the top of the slide, it's a nice beveled platform for it, and it fits pretty much perfectly. From what I've been able to see, I haven't put an optic on this yet. The other thing though is milled into the bottom of this plate and milled into the top of the slide are kind of interlocking you know, contours or shapes, I don't really know what to call it, but basically once you put this on, it cannot shift. It's locked in place. So I think that's a really nice system, one of the best I've seen. Of course, it has the co-witness sights when you order it this way. I'll be sending this back for a flat trigger as well. Other differences, both the Experior and SFT9, they don't have the external extractor. So the EDCX9 and the SFX9, I believe, have the external extractor. So these are a little bit more along the lines of a traditional 1911. Okay, none of them have a grip safety. It's either you love that or hate that. I'm kind of neither here nor there on that. Experior has a bull barrel. It's a little bit easier, a little bit less involved to field strip. SFT9 has a bushing barrel. If there's a difference in those in terms of accuracy, I can't really tell. What I like about this is I can take this down by, I can take the recoil spring and the end cap out, pull the whole thing out, and it releases tension from the slide, and it's much easier to manipulate and get the takedown pin out. So there's another step involved, but you know, that to me is not a decision maker one way or another. Both of these have a reverse crowned muzzle, or the end of the barrel. It protects the lands and grooves from getting damaged on the end. So either one of these are fantastic. If you are a traditional 1911 person and love the thinner grip or the narrower grip of a 1911, you're probably going to prefer the SFX or the SFT. If that doesn't matter, a lot of people love this grip, and it's really classy too. It's very clean, no screws. It's very nice. You know, I like the way it feels. It's just not my preference. So anyway, eventually maybe I'll take these to the range and do some range video. I'm not really set up to do that right now. Maybe I will at some point. These are all great shooters. You're not going to go wrong with any of them regardless. So at any rate, I hope you enjoy the video. Hit like and subscribe if you want to hear more about amp stuff. I'm always working on something. Also check my Instagram, Nola Tone Instagram, for more amplifier stuff and even some barbecue tips on occasion. Anyway, thanks for listening. Have a great day.